Middle Fork Willamette River is the backbone of our watershed. Originating near the stunning blue waters of Waldo Lake, this ridge of the Cascades captures mountain snowmelt and rainfall that feed streams and tributaries which pass beneath covered bridges and towering forests to create a lush habitat for the understory below. The ponds and stream beds are also home to native fish and wildlife. These waters are captured by a series of dams to create lakes and reservoirs that provide havens for recreation and drinking water for thousands of human inhabitants of our watershed before flowing on towards Eugene. About 10 years ago, concerns about fish passage, habitat, and flood control inspired a grassroots organization of residents to form a watershed council. The council brought people together to educate themselves and form coalitions in cooperation with local officials to raise awareness and form a plan of action to address watershed issues. By bringing people out to take a closer look and by forming partnerships, our council was able to secure funds to take on restoration projects like the Eliza Bristow State Park. Groups of volunteers helped plant trees along the water's edge. A water pump drew water from the river, powered by a solar collector, fed through irrigation lines to feed the new young trees. The council also works with landowners on private land to do projects such as an excavation and formation of a pond, complete with aquatic and riparian planting to create a habitat for species such as the Oregon chub, or blackberry removal and riparian replanting of native species. To address fish passage concerns, the council put together a ranking of each culvert. We united with the Forest Service to address the high-ranking Buck Creek culvert by mimicking the stream bed above and replacing the culvert with new bridge work. Today, the Middle Fork Willamette Watershed Council is a nonprofit organization with a team of staff and independent contractors putting our best foot forward and teaming up with expert consultants and sistering watershed councils to develop a 10-year Headwaters to Confluence action plan. We're also working to control the invasive false brome. We've surveyed and mapped the presence of this species in our watershed, and now with the cooperation of public and private landowners on hundreds of acres of land, we are moving into the restoration phase. And we're drawing on the results of our award-winning floodplain restoration outreach project to garner support for floodplain restoration. We've also joined forces with the U.S. Forest Service and their partners to continue support for their highly successful bull trout restoration project. We do all this because each one of us is connected in some way to this land and its water. We want to preserve these natural wonders and amazing resources and pass on what we know to future generations. Our education program brings the watershed into the classroom and the classroom out to the watershed by doing instruction in the field and giving kids hands-on opportunities to learn about water quality, the removal of invasive species, and planting new native plants. Our informative and inspirational Watershed Rangers curriculum gives kids hope and a sense of accomplishment, and they in turn inspire us with their passion and love for the watershed. We've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. In order for us to sustain the projects we have on hand and continue to provide effective solutions, we can no longer rely on government grants alone. We need support from you, the people of the watershed, to keep our council in the flow. And when you consider where you put your support dollars, who else comes closer to being right in your own backyard? From the biggest to the smallest, let's all pull together to ensure that we continue to make the Middle Fork Willamette watershed a better place to live, work, and visit for now and future generations.